right. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday, everybody. David E. Taylor. We're going to talk about your stage today, dude. We're going to talk about your stage and why it won't work, actually. Okay? The money you've spent, just why it won't work, certain codes with the arenas, insurance. We're going to talk about that. It's about 5 or 10 minutes, guys, what we're going to go here. Just a quick short. David, I've done my research, all right? And I've actually researched the arenas and stuff you're talking about going to, and all the rigging and all the cables and all the stuff you're going to do. So, several things we're going to talk about why it won't work. The first reason is, David, you built your stage to set it up the width of an arena, right? It won't work, okay, because you're taking away half of your seating, because you're going to have people on the backside of the stage seeing all the shit card, all the wood and everything, and all the cables and everything. So you're going to lose half of your seating with the arena the way you want to set it up, right? And I've looked at it how you want to set it up in the Amway, and if people go on to his Instagram, you can see he wants to set it up the width of the arena, which is just dumb, right? If you're going to set up you lose a lot of space, David. Nobody wants to look at the back of your dumbass stage anyways. Nobody wants to see you anyways, okay? So that's another reason it's not going to happen, is because nobody's going to go there, all right? 20,000 people, David, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You're not going to fill that many people. And then again, how many people are going to stare at the back of a stage where there's lift cables, speakers, wires, plywood, unfinished backside, shit like that? Who's going to want to stare into that kind of hideous monstrosity, David, right? Next thing, your union people, David, are often temp help, okay? And they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. They'll fuck your stage up, David. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about unloading, loading, whatever. People will push and manipulate and just fuck your stage up. They don't care, David. They don't care about your stage, okay? And honestly, I've been to concerts. I've never been sat to where I could see the backside of a stage. I've always been in front of the stage or something, and the way they set it up, David, it's just dumb the way you're setting it up. Or anything for that, sporting events, hockey, football. I mean, come on, David. The way you're thinking of setting your stage up is just dumb, okay? There's the reason, and the main reason you don't see any stages in the center like you're talking about, David, is because the rigging isn't set up that way. And this is the thing you don't understand, David, is let's just talk about rigging just for a second here, okay? Rigging is a very technical thing, David, and I know you don't understand what technical means. But, David, when you're talking rigging on a stage, okay, you're talking set points 60, 70, 80 feet up in some of these arenas, okay? You're talking professional riggers, David. The rigging alone, David, is just... You're talking chains, cables, lifts, David. You're talking everything. The works, man. You have no clue. You have no idea what you're doing. This whole stage idea, David, is just stupid. It's dumb. Again, David, I've done my research, man. Lumber prices, cost, inflation. You're in over $1 million on this stage. I know that for sure. Facts, David. I know you're in over $1 million. Probably pushing close to the $2 million mark, I would think now. You're probably at 1.5, I would guess. Give or take. My silent sign-up partner told me $1 million. Let's see. Yeah. Again, David, all the research I've done, there's no rigging in the center of any arena, okay? Arenas aren't built like that. Maybe for the scoreboards and shit like that, but as far as to rig a stage in the center like you're talking about, most arenas aren't set up like that. Let's see here. Okay, David, another thing. Most places will not accommodate you and will for sure charge a premium on setups. Paid. You have to pay before you set these up, David, okay? This is, David, research I've done. Okay? This isn't lies that I'm just construing up and making up, David. These are facts of how you have to do these, okay? You're going to have to pay before you set up, right? and that's going to cost an arm and a leg. Where are you going to place your sound stage? Your sound booth. Your sound booth is going to take a 40 by 40 section, basically 40 foot by 40 foot section. So keep that in mind. You're going to have your sound booth, and who's going to run your sound? Tony? No. Tony can't even get the fucking sound right in your own live streams. So how's Tony going to run the sound? Also, David, what I've learned in this is this display. Again, David, I've talked to a lot of people in this, and I've learned a lot about this whole stage design. I had, David, everything I've done, I've had to research on you, okay? I've had to redo, study everything, David. David, I do research by nature, man. It's easy. This wasn't hard to find out about this whole stage. It really wasn't. Another thing, the truck drivers, right? Oh, the stage. This stage is usually, it's mostly for TV, right? It might fit in his fucking JMMI KOGGC cult headquarters, but I don't know. I doubt it. Your truck drivers. You better have legitimate truck drivers too, David, to haul that stage. You better have your licensed drivers. And again, you're not going to... I firmly believe, David, I am 100% sure that you're going to fucking stick that company with the stage and you're not even going to go pick it up. I think that stage is more of a burden on you right now than anything. Like, you basically started a project you have no intention of finishing, right? And that stage is most likely going to break you just in storage fees alone. You got to be paying out the ass for storage fees. I know you are. And again, David, I've talked to people who build stages like this, and you know what they say? Never seen such an idiotic idea in their life. Never seen such the dumbest idea. It's the stupidest idea, David, what you're doing. And the Lions, those better be fire rated too, by the way, just to let you know. They're styrofoam. Yep, those are going to have to be fireproof. The Lions, all that stuff is going to have to be fireproof. I'm sure that I would like to think that the display company building that would probably know the fire codes, and they're probably going to do it right. Again, guys, I've done the research on this company. They're legitimate. They do a lot of big set builds, huge, big. Talking like movie sets and shit like that, professional movie sets, like Oscar-winning movie sets. Okay, so I've done the research. Again, when I say I've done the research on the company, I've done the research. Let's see. Yep, the fire retardant Lions. Last thing, David, you're going to need all these trucks, dude. You're going to need numerous trucks to move this stage. Fuel, paying your drivers, licensing, interstate fees, all that stuff, David. All that stuff. You know how much it's going to cost to run a fleet of trucks, what you're trying to do? I mean, just the fuel cost alone, David. There's no way you could afford it. This whole idea, right? This whole idea that with this stage idea, it was just another idea for people. Basically, David created this stage, right, to get more money from people, right? He's building the stage. He's putting money into it, but he's doing the very bare minimum to keep fooling the people to give him money on this stage, okay? Which is why it's not going to happen. He's spending millions to make pennies, basically. I mean, think of how much money he's fucking blowing on this stage. He's paying for storage fees right now, okay? He's going to pay the cost to have it shipped when he gets his trucks, if he gets his trucks down there to get it. He's going to have to pay the people to load and unload it. I mean, the union people, the union laborers alone are going to cost you an arm and a leg. I mean, David, you could probably pay easily just 100 grand in union laborers alone at one event, dude. Easily. Concessions, cleanup, all that, David. It's just absolutely ridiculous the amount of money you're trying to spend on this dumbass idea. I'm surprised Movie Prop Rentals hasn't just told you to come get your shit, man. That's what I'm wondering. It's like, why they told you to come get your shit? You know, again, I believe David has no intention of picking that stage up, or else he would have done it already, guys. And again, it's being built. Again, it's not done. It's sitting there collecting dust. It's being moved around. You know, collecting dust, storage fees, things like that. So, again, quick short about the stage. Why it's not going to work for David? Because it's the overall cost, David. Just the overall cost you've dumped into this stage, man. It's makes me wonder the bill on it right now. I know you're in over $1 million, David. I know you're in over $1 million on it for sure. That's facts, okay? That's facts from my sources, my several hundred sources, David, that I have. I don't know about several hundred, but David, I have a lot of sources in this that you don't know about. So, you can try to figure them out, but you never will. You'll never figure out the sources where I'm getting my information. But I can tell you this, David, it's all true. And it's all people close to you, really. So, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about the stage, leave them below. I would love to answer any of them that you might have, but David, your stage isn't going to work, okay? And I know nobody's ever probably told you this, but it's a dumb idea. So, I would pay the bill off, David, go get it, and just, I don't know, fucking burn it.